and then recreate the inside one. So now we're back to what it looked like in 1929. And again, with the drilling the borings,
I'm sorry, I'm not getting her whole speech in here.
Scrape it down, see what the color
We'll get most of her.
So they were able to get it back to its original color.
Down there somewhere.
There is,
There she is.
behind those, the grill work on either side,
name's
behind the
Faye,
little
by
fake
the way.
balconies, are the something like
Nice lady.
1800 pipes for the Wurlitzer organ. The organ is not the original one. The original one was a Sullivan and Mizell, was a company that made a few organs just in the 20s. That organ was removed, destroyed, and gone. So organs. We have church organs, we have pipe organs, and we have theater organs. All one person that could play all the instruments. How about if we bring them up on an organ and we'll save a lot of money on our production. So a theater organ has cymbals and drums and bells and horns and a lot of other sounds that a church organ, a pipe organ, wouldn't have. There is a national organization of theater organs, and there's one chapter here in town who found this organ. They own it. It's a Wurlitzer organ from New York. They found it, shipped it out, installed it, and then whatever parts, there were parts missing, different, like an oboe. I think there's like 27 different organ pipes to play the sound of an oboe, because it has to be a different pipe for each note. So that's why there's 1,800 pipes. So it's a complicated system, but it has a beautiful sound. They have in the past done the level of the floor, and then we have a piece of carpet that goes over it, and more chairs can be set on it, so that we can increase the capacity of the theater. Or else it can be, which I think it is now, up onto stage level, so it just increases the size of the stage. So it's a kind of multi-purpose area. The air in the theater back then, 1929, of course, would have been state of the art. What they had was, down in the basement, there would be water catchments and 12-foot fans that the air would be forced down into the basement, and it would be run across the top of these water catchments where the water would be sprayed into the air, would cool and clean the air, and the air would be redistributed back into the auditorium every 3 minutes. So every 3 minutes it was fresh air, and it was very cool and a very pleasant place to be. Now if you might, some seating areas you find a little grate on the floor, and that's part of that system, but they no longer use that system. Now it's modern air conditioning. Does anybody have any questions? Linda, should we divide the group in half?
By the way, there's the sides of the
upstairs,
seats.
downstairs. There's a lot of people. Want to try that?
It might be a good idea.
Yeah. Linda is my co-docent here.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
She did the first group, so now she's caught up to us. So I think what we'll do is kind of divide you in half, and half of us will go upstairs and do the stairways and the balcony, and the other half can go downstairs and we'll kind of switch. Because when you get in smaller areas, it's a little harder and it takes longer to get around. So does